So today I'm going to be running Stefan, my client, through a few different assessments to test his muscular endurance, his cardiovascular fitness, his flexibility, his body composition. The tests that we'll be running will be the YMCA step test, the YMCA push-up test, and the sit and reach flexibility test. The YMCA step test is a useful and easy assessment that you can run with your client at home, and it measures your cardiovascular fitness. So this is based on your heart rate recovery, or how fast your heart rate returns to baseline after exercise, essentially. The setup's pretty easy. The equipment that you need is a 12-inch step, a stopwatch, a metronome, and then after the 3 minutes of him stepping on the 12-inch box, I'll wait about 5 seconds, and then I'll take his heart rate manually, and that will give us his heart rate recovery score. The 3-minute YMCA step test. So essentially, Stefan, what you're going to do is we're going to play the metronome at 96 beats per minute, and you're going to follow the metronome with a 4-step count. So you up, and so you just follow this beat for the 3 minutes. Nice. Very good. Keep it up. Pulse. So to measure Stefan's muscular endurance in his upper body, we're going to administer the YMCA push-up test. It's a really basic test, and I will go over the form of the position that he needs to be in while doing a push-up, proper push-up. But simply, the goal is to do as many push-ups as you can until exhaustion. And so after the test, we can look at a chart and compare it with other people in Stefan's age bracket and see where he lies on that chart.
Go on.
So the next test that we're going to do is the YMCA push-up test, and essentially what my client's going to do is do as many push-ups as he can until exhaustion. The proper form of a push-up is that you want your hands about shoulder width apart, and you want to come all the way down to the ground and touch your chin to the floor, and come up for 1. And so Stefan will be doing that until he reaches his maximal number. I'm ready when you are, Stefan. Come on. Try to get your chin down. There you go. Sit and reach flexibility test is a test that we're going to administer for Stefan to test his flexibility in his lower back and hamstring muscles. This test is pretty important because Stefan has an office job and flexibility is one of his weaknesses for sure. So we're going to see where he's at after this test, and we're going to compare it with other people his age, and hopefully come up with some sort of flexibility goal after we do this assessment. Okay, so here I have my client ready to do the sit and reach flexibility test. Since we're doing this at home, we're using the materials we have. We have a tape measure, and we have a piece of tape across it at the 15-inch mark. So what my client's going to do is he's going to reach as far as he can towards his toes or past his toes, and we're going to measure how far he gets via that tape measure. And we'll give him 2 attempts and we'll record them and see how he does. Okay, Stefan, whenever you're ready.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm. Okay, just past it, so like the 16-inch mark here.
One more time?
Yep. Just past it again, 17-inch mark. Okay, great. Ooh. And just for the results for Stefan's assessments, for the YMCA step test, he had a recovery heart rate of 106 beats per minute, which actually puts him below average for his age group. This is something to keep in mind when designing his program going forward. For the push-up test, Stefan reached 40 push-ups before he reached exhaustion, and that actually puts him in the excellent range. In the sit and reach flexibility test, Stefan scored 17 inches, which also puts him in the poor ranking. And then his BMI was normal, and it was just under 25. So these are all good things to consider when designing a program for Stefan.